welcome back to some professional Age of Empires 4. Two of the top players right now. Let me introduce. And in a matchup that you might not expect, partially because each player agreed to ban one of the civilizations, French, so none of them here. You can leave now if you were looking for more night-on-night action today. But let me shine a light on in the bottom left. Or, well, really the center left of Hill and Dale. Defeating Winter in the Genesis qualifiers and now making it here. This isn't Genesis. This is a different tournament. But still, really a notable achievement, in my opinion. Unbiased. So, 3DB. He's also one of the top 100 StarCraft 2 players. One of the best Russian players as well. So, add it to the list. A not short one at the moment. He's playing Chinese, and he's opening up with the Imperial Official. The Chinese, really, their big strength is streamlining bureaucracy. And we all know how important it is for when you're doing anything to have someone looking over your shoulder telling you how to do it better, and then taking your tax money. The Imperial Official does both. That's called efficiency. And then on the other side. Now, I don't know if he is an SC2 player, but his name implies he may be. FTW Cheese for the win cheese, or cheese for short. Cheese and B, easy enough. He's playing the Holy Roman Empire. Access to infantry and infantry upgrades. They also have their own inspirational figure, whereas the Chinese have the Imperial Official who supervises and makes sure you maximize the efficiency of buildings, whether it be production or it be resource gathering. Here, something more spiritual. The Prelate stands and inspires people with his holy words and makes sure they hit those pickaxes as hard as possible. He doesn't do anything. Well, he's also technically he can heal, but he can't. He can pick up relics, but that's about it. So the Prelate costs 100 gold, but it builds pretty quick. Whereas the Imperial Official on the other side. So essentially, here we got a lot of bureaucracy of one form or another. Holy Roman Empire definitely has the opportunity, just like Chinese, to spiral out of control in the late game. It's just, in other matchups, they have a tough time doing so. Other civilizations have a lot more early game options, but neither player has opted for those civilizations, so... Oh, the chapel? A prelate will stay inside essentially the entire game, inspiring everyone, just yelling out the windows, saying, "Oh, praise be, you hunt that deer, chop that wood. Just don't come inside, because no one's allowed in my safe space. This entire chapel is mine. No one else can come in. This is mine. But outside, good job. Keep it up." Like, well. Oh, it looks like, on the other side, starting for the Chinese, who are able to build up their buildings, including their age-up landmarks more quickly, right now, be putting another can on the Barbie. The Barbican of the Sun, which is the largest structure ever created to fire one small musket ball at anyone who comes nearby. It is a very extensive and dramatic tower, and it can also garrison 10 villagers. But neither these civs, and I mentioned how they don't really have great early game potential compared to others. It's partially because their landmarks, to be honest, kind of suck. Not emotionally or spiritually, but just in terms of economic or just general potential. I guess the chapel has a lot of economic potential, but the gun castle is can severely annoy any units who stray into range. So it looks like we are on Hill and Dale, which is both players start on a hill with a valley in between. We'll reveal the whole map here. I like to play with the player's vision as vision is a big part of the game. Scouts have like 3 times the radius as other units, so having vision of things, a lot of the stuff you might assume players see, they do not. There is a very limited vision on many of the units in many situations. But here we can see the whole map. We got 3 sacred sites, 2 to the north, 1 to the south. The trade posts are in the center and directly north. I don't think really favoring either side. Now, very relevant for the Holy Roman Empire and just in general, but especially for the HRE, are the relics. Alright, no, not the creators of this beautiful game, but instead, those beautiful, ancient, all of them come with their very own wheelbarrow, which, does not give you wheelbarrow, it's just there for dramatic effect. Somebody got mugged or something by a wolf, I assume, because there are so many goddamn wolves, but, and they left the relic, and now, with their special Jesus or whatever hands, they can pick them up and bring them back, and that will... It's like taxes, but for religion is what the relics are for the HRE. I assume he will go for the more macro-oriented... I'm gonna try. I'm sorry. Regnitz Cathedral? That sounds wrong, but... And it has triple the relic income rate, which I believe is 100 or 150. Either way, if you manage to pick up 3 relics, it ends up being somewhere around 600 to 800 gold a minute, which is more than like 10 villagers on gold. Like right now, 140 gold a minute with 3. I don't think there are any eco upgrades here. Let's go back to selected player vision. Yeah, they both walled off. This is one of the more passive early game. It looks like we're going to make it to 10 minutes without anyone ramming the door down. Oh my god. We've seen this story before in AoE 2. A holy man on the run. Scouts, instead of getting a bonus against monks, instead are issued practice swords. So the prelate, unable to strike back except with harsh and holy words. Unfortunately, the Chinese scout does not understand said words, so not even emotional damage is dealt. There's his friend over there is way ahead of the curve, and oh my god, watch out! Well, alright, so he's just gonna kind of grab him and run. Another scout trying to chase him down, but, I mean... Old man, Frederick over here. Freddy, as his friends call him. Nobody calls him that. He just calls himself that and hopes it'll catch on. Freddy gonna jam the relic in. And, well, looks like his bro over there, Gerald. I'm running out of names so quick. Is not even going to heal him, which is a bit of a dick move, but he kind of had it coming, right? The prelates can heal one another, but they cannot heal themselves. It says it somewhere on the text in the cathedral, if you know how to read. I just realized. Wait. So, just in case anyone doesn't know, we're on the Tang Dynasty. I was wondering if the vision... If you switch back and forth on vision too many times, crazy things happen. But what's happening with the Chinese? We got... Okay, 2 town centers. I'm not seeing things. He just built a macro god. The Imperial Academy, which means he should be in the Song Dynasty, actually. Oh, okay. I've called it out. It's like, aha, you found me out. So, not only is that button in the way, but also useless. So that's great. Which means access to a village, and very importantly, convenient button, 35% quicker villager production. So just pumping them out right now. Bureaucratic efficiency at its finest. And right now, the villager count is 51 to 36 for the HRE. That is a bit more of a disparity than I expected, but part of this is because the knights, just good old-fashioned knights, nothing fancy. The knights are breaking down the northern gates. And is there, like, are there any units? Do the knights just kill everyone? I don't... Where is the response? It B with now putting some spears out there. The town centers are firing, but they have 5 ranged armor, which means the arrows kind of just bounce off the armor plate of the... Those are some shit. Those knights are shiny and chrome. I haven't really seen the Holy Roman Knights. Wow. Move over, right? That's what they're supposed to look like. God, they look dangerous. They look functional and dangerous. Little royal knights with their fancy feather in their cap and all that. Well, these guys... No, wait. No, they don't have a feather. Okay. So how does B deal with this? A clock tower on the way, and that rings in the castle age. The clock tower builds fancy siege engines. Well, they just have more HP. And when under supervision from an imperial official, builds them much more quickly. Gonna have to retreat off the berries. The knights kind of have the run of the place at the moment. Doing a little bit of quick marketing here. Well, a single unlucky scout will try to buffer. B has 47 and dropping villagers. We'll have to see if the knights pay for themselves. Remember, behind this, there is a full cathedral. Spiritually fulfilled is cheese. And that's exactly how you'd want your cheese to be. The other gates as well. The knights just underhand whipping those torches into it to break down the walls. Can't do it with stone walls, but stone is a little hard to come by early on. Cheese is now at 43 villagers, up against B's 49. So, still, despite losing a dozen or so acceptable losses, we'll sing a song about them and then celebrate the dynasty by building way more villagers. The farms around the chapel will definitely be putting in some extra work. I don't think there's a second TC right now for Cheese. He's been doing all this off one TC and one beautiful cathedral. Knights breaking in through the north. Only 14 minutes in. B, though, now has Castle Age, which means he has crossbows as an option to punch through the armor, and, of course, upgraded spearmen. Okay, he's got the hardened spearmen here. Just continued aggression. The gun tower, as you can see, strongly discouraging any activities at the front. How many knights is that now? 22 of them. Up against B, who has 5 crossbows and 6 spears, which is not as much. But pushing into multiple TCs and upgraded crossbows and spears, like, it's not the easiest thing. I think those adding hand cannons onto the towers, which, while they have mediocre overall DPS, are especially good against armored units, heavily armored units. We have a monastery as well. Oh, the monasteries for holding even more relics. Oh. Well, can't jump off the cliff. These knights are actually walled in. Whoa, the Springald. Unleashing an even bigger crossbow. The crossbow showing off so they don't get put out of a job. The Springald, probably the most surprising but effective option in the siege workshop of any variety, as it's not so bad against strong units, and it's very good against siege weapons for the cost. Especially that clock tower version. They just make them better at the clock tower. Wow. Jeez. 16 minutes in, with all these knights, gets to Imperial. Wow. Praise be. Praise be the cathedral. And all the tithes and the inspired villagers, a civilization reaching the Imperial Age. Meanwhile, B is having a real powwow around the gold at the front. He's got some supervision on the mining camp to make sure no gold goes to waste. But B probably feeling a little awkward about that one. Wow, that is an incredibly quick Imperial for everything he's built. I did not realize, like, if you just let them get the relics. B is at 800 gold per minute. Cheese is at 900. And he has 0 on gold. The power of Jesus is bestowing 900 gold per minute to him. That is actually incredible. Yeah, kind of important not to let the Roman Empire get those relics. They're gonna put an entire crusade together off those. So right now, yeah, 900 a minute. That's a late game amount of gold. And it's guaranteed as long as he has the cathedral. B is going to have to come up with something to match it. And you don't need gold for a lot of these strong options. Like, Springolds do cost gold. Yeah, right now he's got 28. He's barely matching the not another one. So when you slap them into the monastery, they don't get the same bonus, but they do give additional gold. And in the Imperial Age, you can upgrade something he's already upgraded. I forget what it's called, but essentially it's like trickle-down tithes or something, where each relic you have garrisoned also gives you 30 of each other resource. So if he has, what is that, 4 relics? He's looking at 120 of each resource, including stone, on top of it. What age 4 landmine is a very good question. The Palace of Swabia, which produces villagers 75% faster and is a little cheaper. So that is part of how he got here so quick. But the one thing he was lacking in was the vill count. But no longer will he be vilified for that, as within 10 at the moment. He's kept control, a little bit of a forward gold mining outpost. The awkward part is you can't really build a keep, even if you would want to, right next to it, but B just trying to chop through here. There's no downside to doing this besides committing all these villagers. There is no oversaturation. I think it's like 50-something villagers you can fit around the gold patch, so... Whoa. And now, of course, the crusade, the sacred sites. So currently, as a spectator, we do not have a timer for the sacred sites. Just if that becomes relevant, which it may momentarily. So we're just gonna try to hit the clock tower on that one. Try to figure that out. Which I didn't expect that to become so relevant so early, but here we are. Well, here comes B. Trying to break out. The Springald's looking for the snipe on the Colveran, which is technically supposed to be the sniper, but no. The Springald's en masse. Mangonel down. They were just going for the walls. The Knights, he can just go right back inside the gate for now. Oh yeah, by the way, the sacred sites also give gold. So right now, while barely mining any gold, 1,500 a minute. With 26 on gold, B is at 1,200. Oh my. That is... oh, that is one way to go about it. Isn't there a timer? No. It just tells you whether or not... yeah, it's not great. Okay, put 20:30 on the clock. Or not. Okay, stop the clock. 9:58. Alright, somebody keep the... Jimmy! What do you mean you don't know how to tell time? Just read the numbers. No. Okay, we'll talk about that. Well, so B is building up a death ball. At this point, your choice is to just go for the throne, I think. I'm not sure if the timer resets if you capture the site yourself. I actually don't know, so that could really throw a wrench in this. So, like, I know that it pauses when it's contested, but I don't know if it goes back towards 10. So, it'll be interesting to find out. Jimmy, keep the clock! Oh, a couple cannons, and a cannon on the keep as well. The Springle's trying to knock down the Colverin, but the SCV, the villagers, repairing it. Oh my god, the repair is so strong! Oh, finally it goes down. The villagers just taking a knee, dodging the Springald shots, and the Colverin tanking a lot of extra damage. Oh, just thread the needle through those palisades, and that Mangonel did not get the same villager treatment. What is the Springald count for B? 13 spring chickens here. 36 pikes with 22 crossbows. Is he still... He's still in the Castle Age. But there aren't as many easily accessible Imperial Age upgrades in AoE 4 as there are in AoE 2, for example. There's a few key ones on, like, the University, but that's not an immediate huge power boost compared to a Castle Age army. The Springalds working their way through. Unit composition and positioning definitely outstrip a few upgrades. Alright, B has put it together. The spears, I think that's a line formation he's using. Yeah, line formation being used. The Springalds not so great against the keeps, but the spearmen actually, with their torches, surprisingly good against the stone keep. He's gonna draw the knights out. Spears, obviously, the counter there. Cannons on the high ground working on things. Sacred site captured, but wait. Other sacred sites contest. Jimmy, what's the clock? Don't worry about it. This is where the action is. Oh, the Springalds just laying into with multiple volleys, easily killing any siege. The spears retreat backwards in a beautiful formation. He's really controlling those formations amazingly. The knights having a tough time in there. Trying to work their way through. Coming around towards the Springalds, but the spears are stabbing them all the while. B will wipe the first round of knights. He's really working his units. Like, Cheese definitely has the macro advantage, but B knows exactly what he's about right now. He's working those spears. How many springs did he lose? He lost 2, maybe 3, a few more are coming up, for like 30 knights. And who cares about the spear? Don't worry about the spears. Nobody cares about the spears. All right, expendable. He's got 85 vills behind this. Meanwhile, Cheese has 108. He's definitely picked up, well, he had the Palace of Swabia, which is like a super town center. The Sacred Sites, B's picked up 1, Cheese has 2. Not sure what we got on the clock on that one, but... Whoa! I think that means it's back to 10, because they're all contested. Like, they're all captured, not neutral. Oh my god, we've seen this before. The monk, it might have a fancier hat, but the scout will kill it all the same. And the other monk will stare him down and say, my god's better than your god, bro. And then and then the monk says in reply, Sprechen Sie Roman? And their conversation continues, and it will take a while. Sacred site, wait, okay. Nope, the other monk just leaves because he'll come back later when he's needed, but it's gonna be a bit. Trebuchets! There is access potentially to emergency repair, which is the only external repair mechanic in the game. Otherwise, a good old-fashioned villager's gotta come in and patch things up. That is a repair on a pretty, I believe, a long cooldown. Finally! The scout has defeated the monk. And a whole bunch of wait a second! Oh my god! I heard you were talking shit. Oh, meanwhile, war! What is the income? So right now, B has been constantly struggling. He's at 1,200, right around 1,200 gold a minute. He's been... and dropping now as he actually just mined out. Whereas a comfortable 1,800 for cheese. Oh my god. But gold isn't everything. Oh, this is not the battle I expected to see here. The Springold's in line formation. He's like juking and jiving him back. These formations. Alright, alright. I see where you're going. Interesting. He's kind of slipping and swerving. And it seems to make the Springolds actually move faster as they try to get in formation, which is like a Brood War-esque kind of thing. Some outpost palisades here, essentially, just trying to slow down the knights if possible. The castle! Ah, don't worry. The front fell off, but we'll patch that up. The villager team's called in. Wood ends up being one of the most... I love what he's doing with the palisades. Is it worth it? I mean, it's not that. It's like maybe a 200 or 300 wood. It's a couple trees, all right? We won't run out of trees. We do have a call from the Lorax. All right. Cheese is inside the... Is there... Getting to the farms would be helpful, but not that helpful. As... Well, wait. B has 2,700. They're both maxed out. He has enough to go Imperial. And he may, at this stage, want to work towards the final dynasty, which is military units getting health and speed. Well, the Knights are going to find one of the trebuchets, but the trebuchet was bait for the Springolds. Or was it? It kind of depends, because if they just die, then I guess it wasn't bait, but the Knights just don't really seem to care. Like, the Springolds are doing good work. He's using the gates as literal windows for the Springolds here. Oh, wait. What do we got on the clock? Oh, no! B has 66 villagers against 116. Cheese is not maxed out, but I think part of that is kind of deciding what he wants. Still, like, he just has this goal. He's got it in his pocket right here. Keeps paying dividends. Ridiculous amount of... What the hell? Oh, wait. Sacred site captured. Remember, the sacred sites also give gold. B... Where are we? No, I don't think that's true. The roaming knight packs are making things difficult here. Still, well, we have... Where is that landmark? We have the Spirit Way, which decreases the cost of some unique units in the vicinity. Oh, neutralizing a sacred site. B still has one. Cheese with the knight counterattack is killing the Yeah, that's a real strat. The farms cost 80 wood apiece. Like, and are essentially all the food income. B has no food. The Springolds line up to bring them down. Ugh. Tough time. Meanwhile, more contested. A few crossbows and pikes, enough to drive the knights off, and that will be just in time. What a save! Yeah, killing farms, definitely the ideal choice. Be desperate to get more farms up. He's still in the Song Dynasty, so he can replace the villagers, but only if he has the food. The Springolds just stabbing through well, essentially everything but stone walls into the knights, but oh my god! Oh! Well, I mean, how many knights? He has 52 elite. Oh wait, no, those are horsemen. Those are horsemen. Ah, which are different because they don't have the shiny and chrome armor. So horsemen a little cheaper than knights, and may explain why they aren't crushing everything in their path. 46 horsemen. 16 hand cannons now. B trying to hold on. I think it feels like since the cathedral filled up, it's been trending a certain direction though. And since the cathedral filled up, Cheese has had all of the options now. He's still at 1,600 a minute. He's got a bank of food and wood. I think B's doing a great job with what he has, but at some point it's unsustainable. If you don't have access to trade posts or relics, you have no additional gold without dragging out of the ground with your vulnerable villagers. Looks like the Springolds. Oh, now we have one of the best late game options, towers. They don't cost supply in order to have a cannon tower. The multi-layered defense here of B. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Oh, here come the cannons, as well as the culverins, just blasting. The hand cannons, they've come too far to stop now. Whoa! Hand cannons, I mean, they gotta get pretty close, but they do quite well. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great... It could have been better, but he has gold. The key point is this is Cheese's game to lose now. He has the gold, he has everything. He doesn't have overwhelming stone, but he could go to the market if he really needed it. And apparently this is what he's walling off parts of the map with his stone. That's how he's gonna handle the situation. The culverins actually don't quite take down. That's an interesting stat. I don't know. I think he has the upgrade. I assume he has the gunpowder, the chemistry upgrade. It takes 4 shots exactly. Like 3.01. What does B have? What's his supply? 168. 60 military. He's bounced back on the villager count. He's trying to force a fight. But Jimmy, do we have that timer? Alright, so wait. This was the sacred site of B. B is also mining some of the middle map gold. There's still a lot of gold patches out there. It's just he's got to get out there is the tough part. A whole bunch of horsemen trying to set up stone walls to block the Springold shots. Surprisingly effective, but the Chinese bombards, they have the most range in the game and potentially the most attack speed as well. I'm not sure if he's finished off all the upgrades. We can check. He does not have the reload time upgrade, but it appears he does have the range upgrade. So nothing outranges the Chinese bombards, except maybe trebuchets, but trebuchets don't really, they're not a reliable source of damage. The Springolds, they break through the walls, target the culverins. Meanwhile, an attack at the north, the monk will recapture the site. The Springolds trying to snipe whatever siege they can. The Chinese cannons at the back, only 2 of them. Gold is precious at this stage, as he doesn't just have an unending supply of it. Down to 600 a minute. That's 1 bombard a minute. That's it. The cannons blasting through on each side. Stone walls need to be opened up. Oh, no, no, no! The cannon's almost within range. So many horsemen. Oh, but the Springolds from the flank looking for the target. They get it. The cannons as well. The siege being sniped, but is there enough in front? The Springolds now being targeted. This isn't actually a wall. It's just a good impression of one. The villagers didn't finish it up. The Springolds forced to retreat, the bombards as well, but oh, 1 bombard outside the gate. Not that I think it would matter much. They have so much HP. The spears are on the way back. He's gonna lose 1 very valuable cannon. And cannons, like, they're good against horsemen. It's just there's so many goddamn horsemen. Or a god-blessed horseman. I apologize. Okay? I do apologize to the church and also to the Empire. He deleted his own wall to try to let his cannon out. We'll see if it pans out. It's not enough. The bombard not cutting it. Well, the trebuchet is actually crushing through one of the keeps. B is now relying mostly on the sacred sites. Oh, the stone wall in the front as well. The income per minute. Ooh, that's a rough one. Cheese, on the other hand, well, he doesn't have that much gold. He has such a gold-heavy army. He's got five prelates, 21 hand cannons, and 5 culverins, which are the fancy gunpowder version of Springfields, essentially. Ooh. B is desperate to keep up. He's really pumping out the Springfields. Cheese doesn't have a maxed out army at the moment. Like, he's doing so much with what he has. But is Cheese just too strong? I thought it was his game to lose, but B in these actual fights. Imagine if he had been able to contest the relics. Imagine if there was like 1 or 2 relics right now in the cathedral instead of 3+1. I think this game is a lot different, but technically the Chinese siege might be able to press through. It depends on the control. Controlling the siege engines is definitely an art form. The spears don't want to get too far into the fray against the hand cannons if they don't have to. The spears moving their way through. I'm not sure. Oh. Horsemen coming to the front. It appears the target fire is there from Cheese. I tilted the camera and I broke my brain. Back to the action. Oh, the hand cannons. The hand cannons are one of the ultimate, if not the ultimate, late game infantry unit. You really need mangonels. But Chinese don't have mangonels, they have bees. And there's barely enough bees to go around in this match. B is at 161. He's keeping it together. He's got decent food, which just requires having any farms. He's making sure his wood income stays somewhere close to high. You gotta be careful not to have too many resource drop-offs because the Imperial official can only manage one at a time. Typical middle management. The sacred site is recaptured. The horsemen, like, they look so fancy for something that only costs food and wood. Alright, it throws me off, okay? Oh no, the Springolds get a little too close for comfort. Where are the shots on the culverins? Just laying into them. The culverins take a lot of hits, but the Springolds have a lot to give. The villagers trying to repair, hiding behind a tree. Classic move. Stay in the trees. Stonewall would have been better, maybe. And now the villagers being punished for the Culverin's lack of initiative. Oh my god, those Springold shots. Just the concave. You can see from our action angle, this is the choke point they keep trying to go through. Units do not automatically target walls unless you manually tell them to do so. So right now, with that being the case, will there be any bees from B is the question. Oh no. It may end up being a sacred site situation. Finally, a sacred site will be contested and neutralized. B is down to... Where is he getting 1,700 gold a minute? He still has a 8,000 gold patch. Where is he getting 17,000 gold a minute? 1,700 gold a minute. Am I oh. I wonder where he's getting 1,700. Don't worry about me. I'm here all night. Oh my god, he's got the tower of hand cannons. His cannons on the ground weren't working. So while they're on the walls, they have 66% reduced damage and 2 more range. So good luck getting close to them. I'm pretty sure a sprinkled shot will still do very bad things to them though. A horseman working around the back. I mean, it's gonna take a bit, but they're kind of sitting ducks. Yeah, it takes a lot of shots, but they're not gonna run out of ammo, so... Oh, God. It's terrible. Oh, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Oh, well, the Culverin's trying to move up. Remember, the horsemen in the back line going for the farms, the food production, the backbone of the economy. The villagers can't repair through what is effectively a one-shot, but the spears... Oh, the Springolds. He reloads for another volley. Feels like he missed the mark a little on that one, but into the gate, throwing things off. Bees! BBs! The horsemen trying to come around the back. The districting system that the administrative genius bee has created. Looks like the bees might not make it off. Oh, no, well, doesn't really know what to do. The Springolds are having a tough time in there. Oh, God. And then some of them are trying to run. Nope. 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 Oh, watch out. Did not go great. Did not go great. So the battle will continue as B is just so incredibly good at keeping it together. Oh my god. He's running out of trees though. Oh, there's something. Honestly, this is hypnotizing a little. Because you want to have only one resource drop off because it technically increases the amount of resources without draining more resources. The only thing in the game that does that. You pull 10 wood out of the tree, it becomes like 12 or 14 or whatever the number is. Plus 36 seems like... No, oh, it just adds them from a short amount of time. 193 against 184 supply. Cheese has not been able to lay down the killing blow. In fact, he has done even less than that. It seems like B is stabilizing. There are still a few horses in the main base. But B has... He's got 5 Springolds, 40 spears. Where did the Springolds go? He lost a lot of Springolds. Oh no! The wood line! Wait, is he out of trees? Oh my god. B has 4,200 wood. But like, even if he's out of trees. Like, he's got maybe a few dozen more at, what are they, 150 apiece. But he has less than 2,000 wood of trees now. Especially if this gets stonewalled off. Culverins blasting through. Culverins are anti-siege, so they do kind of mediocre damage against walls. They're precision cannons. These are less precision cannons. Bombards. The spears coming through the gate to tell the horsemen, we don't like your kind around here. Which feels a little played out because they've been around here for like 5 minutes now. And then we have hand cannons. So 3 flavors of cannons and then also horsemen involved. That's what we are. The Yuan Dynasty. All right, every siege weapon brought to bear on both sides. We'll just have to see how it pans out. Between the bees, there's some monks in the front. The cannons blasting through. I'm not sure if anyone's able to manage a target fire. Hand cannons, regular cannons, big cannons, small cannons, all cannons. The hand cannons seem to be blasting through. They're not so bad against the siege. The bombard count precipitously low for B. The spears a little late to the party. The cannons break through. And Cheese has decided to press the issue. And with it, I think, especially with securing the sacred site. No, Jip! Frederick! Hold up. Right now, B is desperate for trees. He's trying to get trees. He's reproducing. He still has a production tab. He's rallying out dozens of spring. You might want to switch that rally point, but he's got, oh my god, elite fire lancers. He's got one last remix here. Elite fire lancers are the choice. That is the call. I have never seen fire lancers in productive action. A few cannons. I'm not sure. Yeah, those are the ones that got rockets strapped to it. Go for the cannons! Get the cannons! The cannons on the back line blasting through. Oh, he's just going for the landmarks. But he's not going to get all of them, and that may cost him all these cannons. I don't know how many Cheese can rebuild. The Chinese army overwhelming the front. So many on top. The spears also able to take out the culverins, but bombards unpack once again. And put the back on the clock, back on the timer. The fire lancers turning the tide, but the horsemen gonna try to stall them out. They probably won't win this fight, but if they can stall for long enough, Cheese can bring up another set of reinforcements. And then another one, and another one, and another one after that. But it can B actually compete with that level of religious production? The bombards on the back line, the culverins to target any siege. I mean, he's kind of doing it though, right? The hand cannons aren't cutting it. How many landmarks? Can we get a landmark tracker? B has 3 left. He lost the Imperial Palace, he lost the Barbican, and he lost, I believe, the Spirit Way? No, that was just a monastery. They look very fancy, alright? B has one last push. He has a grand total of 77 villagers. I'm not sure what they're doing. But he's only got 18 on food and nothing. Oh my god, they're in the... nothing, get up here! They just walked up, sir. We didn't lock the gate. Which seems like a bit of a oversight. But the culverins and the keep, all the weapon emplacements intact. And the Holy Roman defense. Well, okay, he even has boiling oil. So anything anywhere close having a tough time actually. Wow, that's one way to defend your siege. Oh, get out, get out, get out, get out. Oh, no. Oh, the spearmen having a tough time. And we seesaw back. The sacred sites are now on the clock. Cheese has 13,000 food, 900 wood, and 5,000 gold. He's got 2,600 gold a minute, which is madness. B is... Okay, I don't think he can he's at 79. Okay, I thought he might be tapped out there. It does appear he's tapped out. He is rebuilding fire lancers. But I think we're past the... Ooh, rough day. Ugh. Yeah, that doesn't look... It's a tough one. So where is the army? One last fire lancer push. He doesn't know exactly how well off his opponent is. I mean, he can take some educated guesses. But you're running out of landmarks here, so... The fire lancers coming in. Ooh. There's a couple bombards and a lot of culverins. The horsemen trying to slow him down. The hand cannon just blasting through the reinforcements. And I think that's it. taps it out. She's just able to carry the momentum all the way across. But B putting up a great... Like, what if he was able to deny the relics? What if the scout did more than emotional damage to the prelates? This another important question. What do you think? Who's the real hero? Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Like the town centers we no longer have. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Have fun. See you next time.